by doing that, and I apologize. So yeah, 4 or 5 more things. Possibly 6. They might include some Mario Kart stuff. Mario Kart 8. I mean, they might announce some new DLC for it. Like a DLC Pack 3. I don't know. They might. I mean, they went over Smash, and that wasn't anything that they had covered in the opening when my brother was here. About 4 hours ago? Oh, we're back. Wait, what was that? Did that guy have a mirror shield?
I'm Sam, joined by my colleagues JC and Eric, and we're here to take a look at the gameplay in
Chibi Robo Me.
This is a game that's going to be coming out this fall for the Nintendo 3DS, and I have to start us off with this beautiful little amiibo.
He is so cute.
And yeah, we're doing more than just stuff that they showed off at the beginning.
Life size in an amiibo. This is what Chibi Robo would look like if he was just hanging out with us.
Huh. So that's an actual life-size character.
So cute.
As far as him being that size, I mean, we're really close, right? With his actual size. I know it's not exact, but it's really close.
He's just about life size, I think, and he's just, he really captures his personality. So we can get into gameplay, but I want to make sure I showed this guy off, and I got to hold him for a minute before I had to put him down.
Don't try to plug him in.
Might not end well.
Most definitely.
So
yeah, he might short out something.
At the beginning of the game, right, JC?
Yeah, I think
No,
we'll
it
start
might
off
not
at the very
fit.
top when you kind of first fall in there, and you know that's Telly in the top right-hand corner going, "What's up?" He's trying to figure out what's going on and like you know get gravity working on the space station where Chibi Robo is.
So folks who are familiar with the other Chibi Robo games we've done are probably going to be
Chibi
a little
Robo
surprised
Castlevania
to see how much of an
edition.
action superstar Chibi Robo is this time around. He's still helping people. He's still, you know, doing chores every once in a while. Mostly now just picking up trash he comes across. But this is all about him just being awesome and fighting aliens.
Absolutely. I mean, you get to
aliens.
Kind of his animations, and this whole thing about you know using his plugging cord as a whip really is just different from any of the other Chibi Robo games out there. So it's very like super active, and you're whipping, you're grappling onto this, you're swinging over that, and it's actually quite.
Nice,
amazing.
nice,
So
nice,
I'm
nice.
going to be really focused because I love doing this. So.
I guess one thing we can talk
Can you
about
pull
to get
those
started
out?
is the story here. So,
Want to go for it?
oh,
Because you know it as well
Oh.
as I do. You want to do it?
I'm very enthusiastic about this game.
Oh, I thought that would have
So,
dropped down
in
on
this
him.
Game, we start out, Chibi Robo is actually working on a space station with his buddy
Wait,
Telly.
did that increase his
He's
health
actually
meter?
scrubbing the outside of the station with a toothbrush. When he hears about this news broadcast that you get to see at the beginning of the game, you find out that there are aliens stealing all of Earth's resources. And as he and Telly are watching this broadcast, you see some of these little aliens drift by, and they've got a really creepy design. They're like very smiley. and they're sort of Chibi Robo proportions. So he and Telly decide that they're going to head back to Earth, try to get this alien situation under control. But first here, just getting off the space station, you have a chance to learn a lot about Chibiro's moves.
You're really running through this fast, JC.
What does that do?
I'm
Breaking those
sorry. I'm
blocks
just
so quick.
when I get sunk in, it's something with the game like Chibi
Red
Robo. It's a little
boost
bit different
ball?
because
Yeah.
you know other games of this style that are kind of platformers. I mean, this in particular,
Ah.
it's
Ooh.
very relaxing, but it's also very
Nice.
challenging. You know, like you'll sit there and be like, okay, I can totally do this, and like, nope, my cord's not long enough. And like, wait, okay, take my time. Wow, you didn't make it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you.
And that's what's cool. As you're
There
going
we
through
go.
the stage, you're increasing the length of your cord. So there are certain sections you might not have been able to access, but then you are able to, you know, power your zip lash up and then go back and unlock those sections.
I wonder, is that a permanent
Nice, Telly.
upgrade, or does it
He's got a
reset
sweet
from
new
level to
design.
level?
He's upgraded as well.
Yes, the Chibi House. But I believe the Chibi House kind of acts as a ship, doesn't it?
Uh,
It's like multi-purpose,
it looks like a giant version of his
looks like a
head.
house, but
and also kind of like his head.
his head. but not his turbo head.
So he is getting ready to fire off towards Earth.
That's right.
And I love the scale, like the station, and then you've got his tiny little chibi house popping out the back.
I always forget how like tiny he is, man. Like throughout the levels we're about to, at the level we're gonna play, you're gonna see a lot of how small he is. So like in your mind, when you're thinking like blades of grass, things you can pick up, there's gonna be. It gives you a really good sense of how big he really is. Same thing goes with the amiibo too. That helps out with it. So here we go. Should I let this animation run because I think it's really cool?
Let's see what we've got. Yeah, we should show this off a little bit because it's pretty boss.
Look at that. It was so funny because the first time I saw this, I was like, okay, it's like a nice luxury car commercial.
Yeah, it looks like a
Look
car commercial.
at this guy. Look how shiny he is. And then
Boing.
Now, I have such a soft spot for Chibi Robo. It's so nice to see him, and he's so cool in this game. He's ready to fight.
yoink. So yeah, a lot of this is actually really creative too, because I played some of his past games, and it's
They
just
really need to
different.
balance
you'd have
the
to play it to
audio
understand. If
between
anyone's
them
given
and
a shot,
the
really
game a
encourage
bit
them
better.
to Come out and give it a shot. It's the moment you get sunk in, you're spending more time that you thought you were going to spend with it. I always do. I always say like 5-10 minutes. It's never 5-10 minutes, ever.
Yeah, and we're working on this game with Skip and Vanpool, so we've got folks who are really familiar with Chibi Robo designing this game.
Yeah, and Sam, you're working on the localization of this game, and what's
Yes,
that been
you
like?
are.
Yeah, I'm getting to do the writing for this, and it's really cute. There's a whole bunch of different toy characters that you can encounter over the course of this game. I can't really go into too many details, but I can say if you've played previous Chibi Robo games, it's got a very similar goofy, wacky tone. You're going to meet some really unusual characters over the course of this game. Oh, and speaking of the aliens,
They're so
unusual
creative.
What?
characters. Look at their faces. It's all teeth
They look like
and
evil
smiles.
Pikmin.
It's a giant, like, it's just
Mixed
eyes and
with
teeth.
I mean,
wisps
you can't
from
be mad
Sonic
at them,
Colors.
but They're really creepy.
Just let them take our stuff. They probably
fine.
need it. They're so
They probably do.
I mean,
And what's interesting here, like that block you can't actually
Yeah.
break right now.
yeah, I'm trying. It's
too
not
weak.
Working. Too weak. Which means I'm like, okay, let's keep that in mind. I got to come back and revisit that later. So, all
And there
right.
a little bit of battery power.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
that
the bottom
resets
left
your
corner,
battery.
You see the battery power, and if you run out of battery power, you're out of juice.
Oh, and his
it's-
animation when he runs out is so sad.
It's
He
so
just kind of
sad.
crumples to the ground, and there's this sound, and you're just like,
lifeless.
no. Why did I
Yeah.
let this happen?
And you'll start seeing it too as we go along. I kind of watch his animations. He's like super animated, and like he gets like little okay signs. His little, top pops off his head. He's like, okay, I got this.
And
So-
you're encountering all these interesting enemies over the course of the game
Hmm.
that the alien invaders have actually constructed for themselves in a hurry when they arrived on Earth.
What?
And they're all
Ooh,
kind
yeah.
of, they're almost like toy-like, and it's like the Gurians were looking around at what we had, and I was like, oh, toys are pretty cool. We're gonna make a bunch of stuff that's kind of like toys, but it's enemies.
So funny. They kind of look like staplers. I didn't remember at the time we didn't have a name for them, and I was like looking at that. I was like, what is that? It's like, I don't know, a little stapler-looking enemy. It's so adorable. Whatever the
They,
cute small thing is.
The enemies all have names, which there's a way you can figure that out in the game, but I won't
What?
talk about
So,
that too much.
so
just
what
yet.
I've uncovered here is the name of the game is called Chibi Robo Ziplash, and what I've acquired is the Ziplash. So I hold down the Y button, and I can swing it, I can aim it like this, and I can use it to destroy these little blocks over here. So
Nice.
now there's two. Those are blue boost balls. Did I get them right? Is that the name? Okay, good.
Perfect.
So blue boost balls, and there's red ones. The red ones extend your X button, the regular whiplash, where I was like whipping all those clear boxes and stuff like that. But these will extend my Ziplash. So
Nice.
whenever you see them, collect them. I mean, you need as much as you can get.
And Eric, as you were saying earlier, it's really interesting when you're playing through the stages because you will come across a lot of things that you just can't reach when you
Ooh.
start.
Right.
Since there's not a time limit on the levels and you're only worried about making sure you don't run out of power, it's really worthwhile
the
going
power
all
is
the
a
way back to the
time limit.
beginning once you get yourself powered up. Because you'll find there's a lot of stuff that you didn't even realize was there at first, and you need a long enough ziplash that you can actually throw your plug up somewhere and then see, oh, there's like a panel up there or there's a platform.
Nice.
And getting 100% completion on this game is hard. There's a lot of stuff hiding everywhere.
There is a lot. That is very true. The very few games I'm like, okay, there's a lot to collect. I mean, for me, I like going through some games and collecting a few things when I can here and there. But this one, there's so much.
Ooh,
I guess,
2 for
I
1.
don't know if we're feeding out the lower screen here to folks who are watching or not, but there's a little bit of an indicator about the number of collectibles in the stage. You're also getting a measurement in inches of how long your ziplash and whiplash are reaching. So you can see there's a lot of collectibles in this level already. And you just found one.
Snack.
So this is pretty cool. So one of the things in the game is
Use
to give you kind of scale,
some
and see Chibi Robo kind of dancing over there.
What?
To give him kind of scale,
He's got such
so
a dance.
cute. So these are candies that are real.
He could
world.
give
These are
Shantae a run for
real
her money.
candies that exist in our world. So if you know what they look like, they're about this big, which means Chibi Robo's got to be like that big. So you kind of give this sense that I'm trying to save stuff, man. I got these snacks. I'm good. I can help out the world. I'll save it. I
So
like
they're
the
trying to
snacks.
steal
And there are going to be a
Earth's
number of real-world snacks that you encounter in
confections.
this game.
There are a
which-
bunch. It was really
Okay.
important to the developers since Chibi Robo is really exploring the whole world here. You're going to be traveling in your Chibi house to different continents to try to get rid of the alien invaders, that they'd have snacks from different regions. So it's almost like educational too. Like you run into some snacks that you wouldn't have heard
Nice.
of before.
Right.
I actually found a couple of new favorite Japanese snacks that I'd never even tried before, and then seeing them in the game, I was like, I should try those out. They're really good. So
Okay, that's right.
I have new junk food on my list.
One more thing to check off on the grocery list.
Yeah,
It's like
but
I need these.
the main inspiration really was devs wanting
And
to
that's a
give you
checkpoint.
more things that you might be familiar with to give you a sense of scale, because looking at the platforming levels, seeing, say, the plants in the background, maybe it's not as
What?
immediate like, oh, that's like a real world plant, but when you're looking at a real world snack that maybe
Okay.
you've had before, you're like, I know exactly how big that is.
Right.
He's so tiny. He's so cool.
And speaking of which, what I just showed you there was I was taking a look at our little store, and you put your coins in that I've been collecting.
What?
And those
A Chibi
coins allow me to buy certain
Robo?
things like an emergency jet. What that is if I fall down,
Oh,
then
Chibi
I'll be able to
Tot.
kind of like boost myself back up, and I'll save myself a trip, and it saves me a little bit of energy
Nice.
too.
All right, now who's this guy?
Chibi Tot.
Yeah, you have to describe.
Chibi Tot.
Okay, the first time I accidentally hit him. I don't want to hit him.
Do you want to?
No, I'm not hitting him. Don't ask me that.
I don't want you to feel sad again.
It is no. It made me so sad because you collect these guys. They're called Chibi Tots, and you collect them. And I won't go into detail on what they will do, but I'll say that you want to collect them all. You find one, you totally want one.
Nah.
But what I will say is that I accidentally
He ate him with his head.
and they
With the
came
plug?
apart, and just
And
They
there's-
get rebuilt, so
You
they'll
felt
come
like a
back if you go
monster,
back
didn't
in the stage.
I
but
felt terrible. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt pretty bad.
you destroyed an adorable robot child, JC.
I didn't mean to. It was an accident. It was an accident.
But those little characters
Oh,
have a
snap.
real playful sense of humor. They just want to like run around and play tag.
So your whiplash just extended to 10 inches here.
Yep. So that means
I don't know if we showed the whiplash as far as like the different maneuvers that you can hover in the air.
Oh, speaking of this enemy, this is kind of cool. If I hit him in the back, I'll destroy him. But if I wait till the front, it looks like a socket. I can plug into him.
Oh!
His life
Take
force.
his
It's not
electricity.
his, like he just happened to be a moving battery.
That was kind of sick.
Wow.
So it's always good to take a look at the enemies you come across because, you know, they can be really helpful.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're
Ooh, that looks special.
Let me guess. Reach?
So what this chip does is pretty awesome. So the
Oh,
rebound,
rebound,
chip actually
okay.
changes quite a bit of things, and it makes my Ziplash rebound off of surfaces. So
Nice.
instead of just kind of, you know, tossing a Ziplash to a straight place, you may not be able to the whole time. Right? So, for example, let's see this here. And there are these two switches. So what I'm probably gonna do here, stand in this little hinty, like blue little spot, press and hold the Y button, and I'm just gonna aim, and about there.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
There we go.
Nice.
It's so funny because I always take my time and like aim
Line
stuff.
it up.
Yeah, because I mean
Yeah.
it's, you know, you want to take the time to line it up. You miss and it's like it's okay, you know, but still line up the shot, you know,
Sure.
one shot. See,
And
right?
this sort of thing is cool. You
Hey,
see
Mom.
Oh!
Nice.
ricochets off all those surfaces.
It's like super gratifying to. Oh wait, here. So there's little hints too. See this?
And that's going to come into play with a lot of different puzzles in the game as far as being able to hit, you know, angle it right and
Nice.
hit the surfaces you need to.
Yeah, and it's
Ooh.
really interesting seeing. I mean, you don't necessarily have to get everything, but if you want to, you
Okay,
really have to
I'm
master
pretty
that
sure
skill
they
and
could
make
have
sure
gone
you know
without
how to
that
reach
one.
difficult places by getting your plug exactly on the point you want it to hit.
Right.
Wait, whoa.
Oh, careful.
Sorry, I was panicking a little because I was like, if I go now. Cool.
Each of those little numbers you're picking up is extending the length of that ziplash,
Ah, okay, that's what that
enabling
does.
you to do new things. Oh,
Yeah,
Wait,
there we
you're
go.
skipping stuff.
I like this. This is pretty cool.
There you go.
Hangs on here. He's just like dangling, like.
So So since we have a
Whoa!
adorable Chibi Robo amiibo here, we probably should talk a little bit about amiibo functionality in this game while you're cruising through the sky.
Okay, now that thing looks like Rotom.
Are we allowed to?
Let's
We can
talk
save
about.
it.
Okay.
It's okay. We can save it.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me think about this.
I can say the Chibi Robo
There's
amiibo
a
does
lot.
cool stuff.
It does a lot. I mean, so I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, I'll start with this. So you can take the Chibi Robo amiibo, and if you were to, you can kind of level up the Chibi Robo amiibo, if you will, and the more powerful it gets, you get a couple of bonuses, like maybe a Super Chibi Robo mode if you tap it in. So Super Chibi Robo turns into this like gold. He turns all gold. He gets all fast, and he can. Sorry, I'm truly learning
that
game.
Chibi top.
That's all right. It does lots of
You
other
can
stuff we
tell.
can
I'm
say
gonna
at least.
play this and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
This is sort of
There
teaching
we
me about
go.
precise
Whoa.
learning. Nice.
Sorry,
It's like a
I'm just,
hook shot now.
like focusing. I'm so sorry.
Ooh, so now you're picking up some trash there.
Yep.
And so that's really I mean, he's always been a really helpful robot. A lot of his previous games were all
What?
about doing chores.
What the
and helping
crud is
folks
that?
out. Now,
Do I
like,
dare?
I mean, he's trying to save the world. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to save the world, so he doesn't have a lot of time for chores, but
Sure.
picking up trash is really useful because you can take it back to the Chibi house with you and actually throw it in the generator that lets you generate more watts.
Oh, it's a
So
bonus
it's really
level, I
to your
guess?
advantage to pick up as much trash as you can because that's
Yeah,
giving you
those are
a
some
larger supply
very
of power that
blocky
you can draw
clouds.
from every time you go into a stage.
Right.
Those clouds really look unpolished.
I like this character. He's so much just like a
Hey, who are you? Oh, I know.
The characters in these games are just so silly.
This is bendy arms.
Gotta make
The
the
question
choice.
was I an alien? Am I an alien?
Are you?
Technically, I don't think I am. I'm a robot. I'm not an alien, no. Oh, look at Toby.
I think especially as folks see more of these toy designs for these toy characters and also the enemy designs, the development team's done a really fantastic job of just capturing this really cute...
In the retail version, though, I
Has
totally
always
will.
been part of the Chibi Robo series.
Way to break the fourth wall there, game.
You can just hang out.
I could just hang out for a while. I could talk to him again.
Oh, you have infinite battery here.
Got it. Oh, I know what I'll do. Tell you what, we have a couple minutes left. I wonder if maybe you think I can finish this level before the time is up?
Oh, I think
Yeah,
you
we
can
can
manage,
do
yeah.
it.
Time trial
Give it a shot.
mode.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Do I do it the fun way? No, you have to do it the fun way. It was like just nonsense. Just. I wonder if it'll work.
Wow. Style
It's
points.
fun. Maybe if I. Probably this way if I want to clean up all the blocks, right? Oh, I still didn't get them.
All but one!
One, you can get that one.
I got this. What if I went one bank, two banks?
Oh,
Ooh,
missed
okay,
it.
now I got it, right there.
Oh.
Oh, you'll
Okay, I got this.
miss!
You know what, let's just simplify it.
I'm worried your high school
Wow.
geometry teacher's watching.
It was,
Casey.
dude, I was terrible.
on.
Oh my gosh, I don't get me started. I was so bad at math and trig and geometry. It was bad.
I was really good at
So,
math
sorry,
in
Dad,
school.
watch. It's the truth though. You can laugh at it because you were there. I swear, it's okay. It's okay.
Whoa. That
Oh!
was just cruel.
No, it's okay. They're fine. They're fine. Ooh, aliens.
Just drifting around.
Rotoms!
Here we go.
Alright, we're just coming up to
Plug
this
it in.
little...
And
Yeah,
use the
I'm
gyro
t-
to unlock it.
I don't know what those things are actually called, but I'm
So
totally
you're talking
gonna
about the
just
minigame
call
that
them
you're getting right
Rotoms from now on.
Yes. I forgot. It's timed. I have to press and hold the Y button.
You got it every time.
And I have to try and hit as much as I can. I'm gonna try to get the one up there at the top. Oh no!
Oh, that
Oh,
backfired.
that was. Oh, I caught the lip
Sorry,
of that.
dude.
Oh.
That's alright.
You're
Well,
gonna-
what that is you know you're of course trying to get the gold one to get more points, which I obviously did not. But at the
Next
same
time.
time, yeah, you do want to get the gold one. I'll tell you that much. You definitely always want to try to get the gold one.
Okay,
Awesome.
go
Well,
for
thanks so much
gold.
for swinging by and showing this. Is anything else you want to touch on before we wrap up this segment and head on to the next game?
Oh, jeez.
I think we're pretty good. I think we got it, right? I mean, you have Chibi Robo's got this whole new kind of adventure. You have Chibi Robo
Should I turn on that
Amiibo.
light?
There's like little snacks in the game, and he's just super cute, man. I mean, it's
It's really
fun.
a lot of fun, and we've got this playable
getting
on the show
kinda
floor.
dark out
We've
now.
also got the amiibo on the show floor, so if folks want to check it out, they can